Yo, what's up YouTube? Bluestreak here. If you guys are a Frost Mage in the War Within and you've been having some trouble getting 1600, don't worry, I found the best possible spec for you guys. It's been pretty tough to get it, even for high rated guys. So if you guys have been having trouble putting guys down, your damage has been lacking, and you just feel like the Iceland spam isn't working, don't worry, I got you covered. Let's get right into it. Yeah. So your opener is going to be Frost Bomb into a Flurry, then you Icy Veins, then you Comet Storm, then you Ray of Frost. Okay, so it's going to look like this: Frost Bomb, Flurry, Icy Veins, Comet Storm, Ray of Frost. As soon as this Ray of Frost is done, we throw the Empowerment off, and we just start spamming Frostfire bolts. All right, look at that damage. Boom. So we just used our proc, right? Now it's time to spam Frostfire bolts with your Flurry stacks, okay? Until you're completely out. I can basically kind of run this forever, okay? This is all we're doing right here, guys. Spamming Frostfire bolts. Look at this damage. Alright? And then when we're completely out of Winter's Chills, Flurries, we start spamming Glacial Spike. Okay, now the reason we want to spam Glacial Spike, guys, is because we want to get kicked in Glacial. Because if you get kicked in a Glacial, you can still spam Frostfire bolts. Okay, so the Glacial is almost a bait, right? It's like casting a Ring of Fire or a Ring of Frost, right? If they kick that, right, a Fire or a Frost School, you can still spam Frostfire bolts. So as soon as we get kicked in Glacial, we go back into our Frostfire bolts. Guys, we're not rocking Ring of Fire. We're not rocking Ice Lances.
Stop it. Get some help.
This is a straight up Frostfire bolt, Glacial spam until something dies. Alright, I'm going to show you guys some clips of me just absolutely thrashing on people with this. So in this example, we're about to dog this DH real quick. We end up going for a quick burst here in the opener. He gets a little close. We trinket the Banish. We're not even rocking Ray at this point. We're just spamming. I mean, guys, look at this damage. Let's take a second to just admire the amount of damage that just came out. Okay, we just hit 14 mil. No one's even close. So I'm gonna take you guys through one of my solos here and show you exactly kind of how this rolls. So we're playing with a rogue. He gets a sap on the kill target, so we know it's him. I immediately start off with a Frost Bomb. I try to get the first silence on me, and I go into a Fat Ray. So my deeps right now at this point is over 1 mil, if you guys are looking at the bottom right here. And all I'm doing is spamming Frostfire bolts. I go to the next closest target, I get some space. This is my time to kind of run away, like I was saying. And again, back to the spam, back to the spam. Look at the damage, guys. We're at 800, 900k deeps a second. Right, this is unhealable. We don't care about kicks. We don't care about anything. Right here, I'm kind of losing some damage going for that Frost Bomb. Wasn't necessary, right? You saw I went from 900 to 700 because I went for a Frost Bomb. Not necessary. Just want to keep repeating these Glacials and these Fire Bolts. Right? So they're starting to kind of catch on. Hey, we got to line a little bit. So we lose a little bit of DPS. I even blocked this stun. Get myself into a good spot. Go for another Glacial, but guess what? We spell steal, we counter, and we go straight into a Frostfire bolt, right? Because we want them to kick that. Right? They kick that Glacial, we go straight into, hey man, here's 1 million damage to your face, right? Dragon goes away. Look at that. Shadow's right next to us. And we're pumping him, right? He thinks he can bang with us? Incorrect, bro. This is Ascension, guys, and look at what we're doing to this Shadow Priest right now. We force him to fade and disperse the moment we got Veins going. Game over. Here's the spec, guys. Note that we don't put any points into anything that's going to give us Ice Lance. Ice Lance is dead. Okay, it's hitting for 400 to 700k. You want to maximize your DPS. Okay, this is a burst spec. Okay, and the reason this is so good is because if you get kicked in Glacial, which is already a devastating move, right? It's 25-30% of somebody's health. we go straight into a Frostfire bolt, critting for a mill 2, right? Sometimes mill 7 if you have the right procs going. So again, we're not ice lancing, we're not frozen orbing, we're not ring of firing. Okay, we're just absolutely sending the most amount of damage like a chaos bolt, Destro lock. We want to utilize some sort of add-on to be tracking your flurry stacks. Okay, I can link you guys my weak aura here. Essentially, as soon as I use a flurry, right, I know I have 1 left, right? I use another one, now I know I have to farm 1 up by casting Frostfire bolts, right? We have a chance to gain a flurry every time that happens, right? Now you don't want to be casting a Frostfire bolt into a target without a Winter's Chill, right? That's what the flurry gives us, right? So if I throw a flurry here, right, I have 2 Winter's Chills on him, right? So I know I can cast 2 Frostfire bolts in this time, right? And on the third one, we're going to cheat the global and flurry at the same time and rinse repeat. Okay, that's pretty much it, right? So you don't want to be doing this, right? It doesn't crit, right? We want to do that with a flurry stack. It cheats it and it saves 1 as well. And we just rinse repeat this, guys, right? If you have this set up right now, no need to glacial if you're not in a threat to get kicked, right? If you're going to like 2 melee or something like that, right? If there's a warlock or something that can kick you, a mage, sure, we'll throw in the glacial. Maybe we get kicked, so now we're free to rock our Frostfire bolts. And just practice this against the dummy until you guys get good on it. Mind you, the DPS is going to be lower than if you were hitting somebody in an arena, because these Frostfire bolts are about a mill to a mill 7 in an arena, and right here against the dummy, they're only critting for about 400k, right? So just don't really worry about the damage, just worry about getting this rotation right and maximizing these Winter Chills. Another thing you could do is, let's say you haven't had a proc in a while, right? And you want to throw a glacial out. Glacial is going to give you a frozen target, so that's going to crit most likely. Alright, so we already know that the reason that we're rocking Frost Bomb, Ray of Frost, and Glacial is so we can get kicked in Frost, right? So we can maximize our Frostfire bolt damage. The moment you get kicked with that, you go into the other one. The second main reason we're rocking this is because we're a consistent threat to any melee DPS that overextends. And it's a very melee-heavy burst meta right now. So if you catch a rogue or a warrior behind the pillar, you go into the DB ring, Snowdrift, Frost Bomb, Ray of Frost, DEAGLE. That's why we're rocking all this, guys, because we're a consistent threat even if they go us, right? No one's going to want to go you knowing that you have a DEAGLE in the back pocket that's lethal. But Blue, what happens when they're trying to train me? Alright, man, it's going to happen, right? You're a Frost Mage, and you're after 2 or 3 games of Solo Shuffle, they're going to be tired of you doing, 50 mil to their 7. So sure, man, if they go you, that's the only time that you're allowed to rock Ice Lance and some flurries while you're running away. Again, it's the only time you're doing Frozen Orb, Blizzards, Comet Storm to get into a good position, stacking up your Glacial Spike, right? Getting that shotgun loaded. And also, this is a really good time to just rebuff, guys, right? Get your Arcane Intellect back. Spell Steal as you're walking away, right? This is the only time you're able to do anything other than Frostfire bolts. But mind you, when it's Veins, right? When Veins is going, you got to trust your healer. That, hey man, I'm pumping. I got 20 seconds here. My damage is going to be more than theirs. So you got to trust that your healer is going to keep you up, right? Plant your feet and take a bop and go to town. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys get 1600 if you've been struggling. Come by to Bluestreaktv if you guys have any questions. You guys want to see me just absolutely annihilate people with this. And it's getting stronger tomorrow because Frostfire burst damage is getting buffed. So I think we got about a week or 2 to really enjoy this before we get to nerf. So share it to your friends and like and subscribe. Peace out. Till next time.